Hi, welcome back to part 2. Unfortunately, my camera died, so continue on to where we last left off. Here is our Screecher or Morph car, as they're now calling him, the second version of the show, MONKEYWRENCH. As you can tell, it's a square, pretty, blocky, kind of like an armored SUV, armored SUV. That's kind of what it reminds me of. Something that you might see like a SWAT drive in. So it looks like kind of got like some armor up here on the back and stuff. What's kind of funny right here, which let's see if the camera can focus in. There you go. On here, it looks like a missile pod, or if you remember from Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 and 3, the slam turret. So this kind of looks like either a missile pod, excuse me, or a slam turret, which is like a ground-to-air surface missile destroyer thing. Now the cool thing is, you can rotate this all the way around, and if you want to, you could pop it off. And there is a little pet hole in there, and here's a pet. Now, this actually looks to be probably about, I'm going to say maybe a 3mm ped hole and ped. So, like Transformers, which usually are like about a 5mm ped and ped hole, would not fit in here. Maybe, just maybe, let me go and grab one to try out. Maybe the power of the primes, decoy armor, these little fellas, maybe they might fit in there, because it looks kind of close to it. Oh yeah, that fits in there. But actually this little ped is actually smaller. I think this ped's maybe a 1 or 2mm. So this ped hole on the inside is about maybe at least a 3mm, and usually Transformers they deal with like about a 5mm ped hole. So can the Transformer hold this? No. This will not work for the Transformer. Now this will sit in there, but it's really loosey-goosey type of thing. It is kind of cool how if you put this on there, it does change it up. And actually the double barrel Gatling guns, or but they're not really miniguns, they're more Gatling guns, actually looks pretty cool on this one. And the wood actually looks cool, but nonetheless, let's put back its missile pod / slam turret. I just thought that, it would work. Because it has a small little pet hole, but obviously it doesn't. So, there goes that theory. So yeah, and just a size comparison between level 2 and level 1 Screechers. And as you can see what I'm talking about, level 1s are more car shaped and level 2s are little brick type of bots. What's cool is all of them say, caution down here. And I don't know how good you can see it on this one. But on this one you can clearly see that it says alpha. So it does say alpha on this one. But yeah. And also another thing that's pretty cool is each one gives you one of these little holographic, collector cards if you want to call it. Which kind of shows you what they look like when they're supposed to morph. And another thing that's cool, on the back of each one, it also says their name and, they're made by Alpha Company. And then we have 3 Screecher discs here. So, let's see how I could hold these discs. Something like that. So here are 3 Screecher discs. This looks like a fire disc, another version of Fire Disc, and this one we always seen this before that came with Nightweaver. This is the Screecher's Awakening Disc, and if you don't know, in the show, the Awakening Disc has special abilities that allow the Screechers to, or Morph cards, to do special things in the show. And each one has an element, so like, you know, red for fire, blue, your fear would be water, but it actually stands for the wind. Green, I think, is like the earth. Purple, I don't know, and yellow is like golden, orange. I don't know what those ones do yet, because I don't think they revealed them in the show. But anyway, what is the difference between, you know, a weathered Screecher disc and a awakened Screecher disc? And let me just put this bit in my hand here so we could see it better. A weathered Screecher disc would just have a design. A awakened Screecher disc would have this little thing right here. As you can see, this one kind of has like a little lightning bolt circle that my thumb is pointing to. This is how you can tell this one's an awakened Screecher disc, and this one's what there's Screecher disc. Awakened Screecher disc, like I said, they have special abilities. So like, for example, the blue Screecher disc is the power of the wind. So if it matches its Screecher, the blue car, Jayhawk. Jayhawk can use like a wind tornado vortex attack. A super strong specialty move. While for another example, like let's say if Steamship was able to grab its special awakening Screecher disc, not only can he transform, but any other card that he's partnered up with can also transform without the aid of a Screecher disc. There's that. And if you look at the bottom of the Screecher disc, they all have the same, you know, kind of like web design going on there. But each one has, like these have, all of them have rubber on the bottom. So the red has red rubber, the purple has the purple rubber. But something else that's unique and different between, you know, a level 1 card and a level 2 card. Let the camera focus. Not only that they have different sizes, as you can clearly see here, and different shapes, but a level 1 is made more streamlined and narrow, and it can really only get Screecher disc as a hit or miss. You know, it either misses it or it grabs it and, you know, it hit, it open up. While level 2 kind of has 2 extra arms, so not only does it have the big front scoop like a level 1 has, you know, like right here, but it also has these 2 little arms that come out. So level 2s are more like assist, an aid. Pretty much, you know, if you're not a good crack shot Screecher that can't, you know, aim your car and hit it, and you need a little bit more help, level 2 is going to be more your, like, more helper type of car. So let's see how, I think it went like this, I don't know, how this one morphs. How do they roll? Let's see here. They roll about the same, although I will have to say level 2 rolls a little bit better than level 1. And if we compare the rollness to it, yeah, that's not a word, but I'm going with it. Compared to how a Transformer rolls, they roll better than a Transformer and probably about the same as a Hot Wheels car. So, that just flip open, activate. It's supposed to be a big red mechanical gorilla. Yeah, I know the faces don't really look that great, and the arms, you can kind of see that the front kind of comes and forms a knuckle if the camera hits it a certain way. You can kind of make out somewhat of a gorilla face, like right there. The bat still has the slam turret on there. I'm calling it slam turret. And as you see what I mean, level 2 kind of has these little arms that, you know, goes and helps it. It still has the level 1 gimmick right there, but little arms that helps it transform. So let's transform to level 1. See what I was talking about? That's a miss. Miss. That's counts as a miss. There we go. Finally we got to transform. And if we take a closer look, see, level 1, only in the front, a lot harder to catch to morph the cars into their beast or creature modes. While level 2, they had the 2 little assist arms, which is a lot easier to morph them. So let me put that one back together again. So take the Screecher disc out. Actually on level 2 it's a little bit hard to take the Screecher disc out if you're not holding it correctly. So how do we do it? Same as the other one, we just pull back this little mousetrap reset lever, which is a bit hard to do. Fold the little side arms in. And this gets tricky, which I'll actually tell you and recommend taking off this little slam missile pod turret, which helps out a lot more. The head is supposed to flip in. This one is a bit hard, so flip the head in, hold it down, move the arms back, this one's not that easy to transform. So after you have that, it's supposed to kind of like lock in place, which it kind of doesn't. And then just kind of war around and fidget with it, and then you could go back and put the missile pod slam turret back on top. It's great that the turret comes off and it rotates, and like I said, when you transform it back into vehicle mode, it's just a lot easier to just remove this thing and then transform it back into the vehicle mode than to have this on there. It kind of is a pain, it gets in the way, it's really annoying.